And we are live. Fantastic, we've got audio. Fantastic, we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports Live, and we have once again with us live and exclusive from Las Vegas, Bermane Stiverne.
Yes,
Bermane, how are you doing?
Good, I'm good. Good.
I've been hearing recently people are pretty sick and tired of seeing my face. I'm probably sick and tired of your face talking, smiling, talking the fight's going to be on. And we have an article that's come out on boxingscene.com that has caused people to get excited because you are not fighting Deontay Wilder, but Luis Ortiz is. And everyone's excited about it because Ortiz and Deontay Wilder are fighting, according to boxingscene.com. Have you seen the article?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I'll read it to you just in case, because a lot of people are quite excited about it. I mean, they're excited to see that Ortiz is going to be fighting Wilder. So let me just read it to you so I can get it for you. It says here, multiple sources have informed Boxing Scene that Deontay Wilder's next WBC title defense will come against Luis Ortiz. Negotiations are nearly finalized for Wilder to oppose Ortiz on November the 4th at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. It is possible the fight will take place October 14th at the Barclays Center, but it's more likely to be scheduled for November the 4th. Barclays Center has reserved those two dates by promoter Lou DiVella, whose company DiVella Entertainment has promoted Wilder's recent fights on behalf of Al Heyman's Premier Boxing Champions. Wilder has a mandatory defense against Bermane Stiverne, from whom Wilder won the WBC title in 2015. Though the top-rated Stiverne is the only opponent Wilder hasn't knocked out since he turned pro in 2008, Wilder won the first match unconvincingly, and network executives haven't expressed much interest in a televised rematch with Wilder. Wilder Ortiz is likely to be broadcast by Showtime. Heyman and Don King, Stiverne's promoter, have been negotiating a step-aside agreement that would pay the Haitian-born, Quebec-based Stiverne a fee for allowing Wilder to defend his title against Ortiz, who's ranked number 3 by WBC. In the statement, it says, Wilder says in a statement, he goes, "Shout out to all my heavy supporters," Wilder said. "My day ones, my foot soldiers, my hitters and my haters. Well, it's only a matter of time, baby. You'll know you've been waiting patiently for at least some of y'all. The time is almost up. Who will be victim number 39? See, the thing about it is, be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you might get what you asked for. Announcement soon." So, well, that was the first thing that came out, and that got people wild. So what are your thoughts about that, first and foremost, that first article?
It was a funny article. The article is, when you look at it, it's a good match, it's a great match, but there's only a problem. That was my first thought of the article. But I always said that there was a problem with it. And the problem is that I'm on the way. I haven't agreed on any by receiving any step aside money, which I made it clear weeks or months ago that I wasn't interested in any part of this.
So you talk.
So the rest of it is, I'm not sure what they are, if it's rumors or, but in my knowledge is, or my what do I know is that I am up next. That's all I know about it.
Let me turn this up a bit. Right, that's better. Got a bit more sound. So you basically said you've had no step aside. You will accept no step aside money, but you said this to us only last week. You've been saying it for months. You said it again. So where's this story about them negotiating a deal with Don King for step aside money? How does that work?
I don't know how true that is, because the last conversation I had with DK was well, when I told him that I'm not interested, he responded to me that he's on the same page as me. So I don't know. I want to believe that these are just rumors. I can't say.
The other thing was, the other thing was quite interesting, was that another article mentioned, and we were talking about this. Another article mentioned that you hired James Prince as manager to block the fight with Wilder and Ortiz. But on July the 10th, you were on our channel. Yeah, on July the 10th, you were on our channel and said that you announced on July 10th that James Prince was your manager. So please.
I didn't hire Jay Prince for this. I've been with Jay Prince before this article came out. You know, we didn't make no, we didn't publish it, like, we didn't put it out there like that. But I was with Jay Prince before this happened. I didn't hire him because that happened. It just happened that, you know, this rumor or whatever it is came out about Wilder and me taking step aside money. It just so happened that, but that's not. I did not hire it. You know, we were together before this rumor or came out.
Okay, I've got people in the room asking questions. People are asking, in terms of interference, as to why, how do you think this has come about, and who do you think's behind this story coming out about Ortiz and Wilder?
It got to be Mr. Eddie Hearns. Who else?
Why do you point to Hearn as the man behind this?
I mean, you know, Hearn's been trying so many times to put my name out there. How he, you know, a bunch of stories about me that he offered me and this and that, and then you know, also that now that I know that Ortiz has Al Heyman behind him also. You know, um, it's I think, you know, just like what is it? About 2 weeks ago, we heard Dillian White wanted to fight Wilder, and they wanted to give me step aside money. And, you know, and White is with Eddie. What's his name is with Eddie as well. King Kong is with Eddie. So it's not a coincidence.
There's also been talk. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
There's also been talk that if Hughie Fury were to get injured or to slip up, then possibly there'd be another fighter waiting in the wings to fight Joseph Parker.
Who?
Don't know. There's a couple of names to be mentioned from the UK that possibly could step in if Hugh were to get injured.
If I were to get injured?
No, Hughie.
Okay.
Hughie Fury against Joseph Parker.
Is he injured?
No, if he were to get injured or pull out, there'd be two fighters potentially waiting to step in to fight Joseph Parker.
Like who?
I don't know. That's the two fighters I heard.
I mean, there's always something out there. There's always rumors. There's always somebody that talks or try to sell their salad to the world. I don't, as if for me, rumors, I don't really follow rumors till we got something that's confirmed and official.
So I tried to contact the WBC today, early this morning through my contacts. Mauricio Suleiman's away, so there's no contact for him. And the next person I want to talk to is away until next week. So I just want to find out what's going on, because fight fans are now fed up to the back teeth with this situation with this fight. I'm sure you can understand, Bermane. They want to see what's going to happen. They want to see whether the consensus is, look, either Stiverne and Wilder are going to fight and get it dealt with, and either whoever's going to win, let it happen and get it beyond, or Stiverne steps aside and Ortiz fights, or Wilder fights whoever next is in line. So,
listen, after the Povetkin fight, the fight didn't happen. We all know why it didn't happen. I was named mandatory, and they waited till Wilder had his defense in February. As soon as he had his defense in February, they announced it that I was the mandatory. I'm the mandatory, and then here comes Ortiz out of nowhere, But these are, to me, like I said, these are just rumors, so I don't know what's what, and it's really out of my hands right now, and honestly, all I care about right now is to stay in the gym and get ready. That's the reason why Jay Francis is there to do what he does best, and to handle anything that's outside of ring.
What is Jay Prince's thoughts on this? What's he had to say about it all? I mean, he must have saw the article, or you must have spoke to him about it.
Well, yeah, him too. Everybody is like, is this a rumor? Is this true? Or so. We're about to find out if it's a rumor or if it's true. And if it's a rumor, then let it be a rumor. And if it's true, then to go about this. But it's not something that him or me will tolerate or allow to happen.
So no step aside money, no form of, well, Wilder can have this voluntary fight despite pressure. What about this story about the networks, Showtime and HBO supposedly saying they're not interested in a rematch with Wilder and Stiverne, and that's why Ortiz is a much more tantalizing offer? How does that work? Does that affect a mandatory fight with yourself and Wilder?
To be honest, I don't give a damn about the network. I just want to fight. So that's not my all I worry about is get ready. So whoever wants to see the fight or whoever don't want to see the fight, I don't really care about it. So whether it's HBO or Showtime that said this and that, I'm not interested. So,
but surely, but doesn't that affect? Does that have any bearing on whether the fight goes ahead or not?
I mean, this when you talk about the network, of course you talk about money because the promoter is trying to sell the fight to a network. But
yeah,
that has nothing to do with two fighters fighting each
other. Let's see. Let me see. So he says that sound rather than. Let me fix this a second. It's back a second. Let's try that now. Okay. I've just got a few people in the room here. I'm not going to keep you too long tonight for sure, because I don't want you to just keep talking about the same things over and over again. Let's see what everything else here. So the position now, where are we at the moment? What happens now? What's going to happen between now? And obviously we've spoken to you. We're speaking to you now. What's going on in the background? Is stuff being handled? Is it being? Are you waiting for Suleiman to come back? What is it?
No, just a matter of time for the members of my team get together and sit down and talk and figure out what's what, and who said what, and where we're going. That's what basically what needs to happen. Well, it will happen, you know. So what's it's happening right now. So
okay,
we got to sit down and figure out who said what and what's the rumors and what's the truth.
What are your responses to people that say, "Oh, Bermane, look, just take the step aside, money, and let these two guys fight it out"? What are your responses to people that say things like that?
I don't have any response. I really don't.
And how do you respond also to the fact that the negative, or the people that don't want to see the fight? How do you feel about that? Do you think that hurts your marketability or hurts your fan base or anything like that? Or are you just, to hell with it, I'm going to get this fight and that's it?
I don't even pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to that. I don't read what's out there. The social media, it's the social media is not even handled about me, so it's not really it's not something that I look for, or you know. Like I said, man, it's I'm not out there and looking at or being on social media and
Okay.
Comment, put comment or read comment, because I don't do them myself. So I don't really care to know who's mad about the fight and who's happy. By the way, thank you for those who support me. That's and the ones that don't support me, then I guess when the second fight happened, they hit me more, because the result of the fight is not going to be like the first one. So like I said, man, like what's out there on social media, I really don't.
Okay, that's good to hear. In terms of, there was another name that was mentioned. There was Jay Prince and Dubin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's that?
That's a lawyer.
That's a lawyer, right? Okay, cool. Fair enough then. Fine. I don't think I've got many more questions to ask you about this. There's one other pertinent question I want to ask you. There's a person that's asking here, DJ Slicks in the room. He asked the question. Two questions. Question number one is, why do you think that this fight is taking so long to get over the line? With Al Heyman, Don King, and now Jay Prince, why is the fight taking so long to just be signed, sealed, and done?
No, Jay Prince just got in the picture not too long ago.
Okay.
For all this shenanigan. So, no, but like I said, man, you know what? I believe that the man that will make this happen, or the man that will press the issue and make, like I said, make this happen, will be Jay Prince. However, like I said, the issue that was the main issue was the uh, the network. So
Okay.
that is something that promoters always dependent on. to sell the fight to a network. That was the biggest issue. But like I said, uh, I don't really care to be seen on Showtime or HBO or none of that nonsense. I just want to fight. I just want to fight and get this fight done. Um, that's all I'm looking forward to.
And to close this out, the fight being nearly finalized. Can a fight be nearly finalized without going through you?
that's why. That's why. That's why it didn't say it's finalized. Because there's one more issue, which is the biggest issue.
So, okay, just to clear up for those people over YouTube who are reporting on this, can a fight go ahead with Wilder and Ortiz without your consent? Can Wilder just make a defense without your consent? Forget Stiverne, we're going to go and fight. We're going to fight Ortiz anyway, and we'll take whatever consequence for that in court. Can that happen?
Well, I mean, I would have to accept and sign papers, and like legally speaking, I would have to I'm guessing accept a certain amount of money and sign papers, which nobody could accept for me or could sign papers on my behalf. And I haven't done that. And it's not something that I will do anyway.
Criticism of you being a hater of Deontay Wilder. What's your response to that?
Say what?
Being a hater of Deontay Wilder. What's your thoughts on that?
What does that mean?
Well, it means that you just don't like what the guy's done, what he's achieved in his career, and you're just trying to block it from moving forward.
Right, but what is he saying?
Well, no, the suggestion is that you don't want this. You don't want him to move on with his career, and that you've got the power. You're in the power position at the moment, and
he has to move on. He has to move on with me in the way. What do you? I see. How do you hate? How do you hate by? I don't understand. I don't even understand that question. So.
Well, in other words, it's saying like, I know how you feel about things, but to clear things up in terms of like you going out and blocking the fight from happening, and so they say, you know what? Okay, fine, I've had enough of this. You two guys fight, and I'll deal with it afterwards.
I mean, I never seen any champion in the past that had a mandatory and had to find a way to, go around it and this and that. Yeah, it happened. It happened in the past, but very few. Usually when a real champion, has a mandatory, no matter who it is, you defend your title, and that's what it is. Deontay talking about how it's an easy fight and this and that. Then come on, let's get this done and get me out the way and continue the career.
Are you of the belief that
how can I be a hater when a hater? I mean, a champion. When you're a champion, everybody want a piece of you. Everybody. That's not hating.
Yeah, I'm glad you make that clear.
How is that hating? When you're a champion, everyone wants a piece of you. Even the one that's ranked, that's ranked last, they want a piece of you because you're a champion.
Again, that's something.
But it just so happened that I want a piece of him, but on top of that, I am his mandatory.
So it's a bonus for you then.
Exactly.
Right. I think I think apart from just repeating ourselves and going over it over and over again, is there anything you particularly want to say? We've cleared it up. No step aside money. Fight can't go ahead without your approval. Fight won't go ahead with your approval because you want to fight and honour your mandatory and fight Wilder. That's it.
You said it best. Should I repeat what you said?
Please do, so that it's not come out of my mouth and people start saying I'm a Stiverne fanboy. I'm just trying to get the information. So if you get it out of your mouth, they can quote you and not me.
God, pardon me, because I've never been in such a I don't know.
Circus.
When I was champion and he was my mandatory, I didn't do all that. He wanted to fight. I said yes. I didn't fight a fight before, 2 fights before, and we all know that since he got the belt, he never had one mandatory. Not one. Even Parker that just won the title less than a year is fighting his mandatory before Wilder fought his mandatory.
There's a question in the room by a couple of people saying, what is Jay Prince going to do if he finds out there's been some underhanded work going on?
Say what?
What is Jay Prince going to do if there's been some underhanded work going on behind the scenes?
You guys, oh boy.
Okay, let's put it this way. How?
Listen, there's more than one way to kill a cat.
That's gonna be that's gonna be a quote I can see somewhere. Bermane, instead of what's the term last time? Instead of frying fish, now he's killing cats. It's going to come out somewhere. That quote is going to come out somewhere about killing cats, Bermane. I think it's going to come back to haunt you for sure.
No, meaning what I said was
clarification.
It means there's more than one way to do things. That's nothing to do with violence. What I just said is a quote. You can look it up. All it says that it means that there's more than one way to do things.
Okay.
That's what it means now. Don't even put the words in my mouth
now. Okay. Jay Prince, in terms of him coming on board, how much of that is a power move now for yourself? Or how would negotiation go pre-Jay Prince and now with Jay Prince? So people have an understanding what really has happened here.
Well, like I said, me decided to deal with Jay Prince, which is a friend. First of all, I don't call him my manager. He's a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. We've been friends for 20 years, and I decided to work with him. He's a brother, like my brother. It's just for me to be at ease. I try to do it my own self for the past year, and it's a lot dealing with paperwork and negotiation and training at the same time. It's really too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's really too much, man. To have somebody that represents me and to know what they're doing. What better person I couldn't pick better than Jay Prince. It's really now I could be in the gym, not worry about anything, and just focus on my workout instead of versus being in the gym working and then thinking about the negotiation that I have to do and this and that. So now my mind is free. So it gives me a real break, and I'm happy. And bringing him in the team is the best thing that I could ever done in my career. Like I said, man, he's a friend of mine. We know each other for about 20 years. Uh, uh, I'm more than happy than I'm more happy than anything.
Okay, so we can close by saying the stuff that's out there are rumors. Jay Prince came on well before this incident now, and
you have the when I announced it, it was but way before that,
July 10th.
Right. So,
but it was before that because I saw the picture before July 10th.
Yeah, it was before that, but I told you about it July 10th, but we had an event way before July 10th.
Exactly. So I guess we just have to wait and see. Listen, I'm not going to contact you again until it's official. Either you are fighting Deontay Wilder or you are fighting Deontay Wilder. All right?
All right.
Because we just go wait and see what happens. Unless there's something that I need to hear about or something I need to know about, I guess you'll contact me or I'll contact you, let me know what's going on.
Right.
How does that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Because I'm not going to ask you the same questions over and over and over again. I think this is enough information for people to kind of to grasp on and chew on and do what they want with it and dissect it and
Right. Let's see what's really out there. If it's rumors or if it's lies or if it's true, we don't know yet. So, like I said, we about to sit down. Everybody about to sit down on the table and figure out who said what and why it was said, or if it was just hype. But pretty much, I mean, the way I'm seeing things is more hype than anything.
Why has Mauricio Suleiman not jumped out and said, "Look, this fight has to happen and that's it"? Why has Mauricio Suleiman not made a statement? This fight will happen. Wilder must honor his mandatory because he's the president.
Well, I know he did that. He said he did say that there was free negotiation. So I guess
what does that mean?
I mean, free negotiation is between both parties to come together and have some kind of
dialogue.
Yeah, some kind of agreement or whatnot. But the free negotiation. I mean, like to me, we're always looking for a date and a venue to make this fight happen. So all that other people that I think that I agreed to get a site fee and step aside, that never happened.
And it's never going to happen.
It never happened, and it will never happen.
Okay, I think we can leave it at that. Bermane Stiverne, thank you once again for talking to BWTM. Is there anything you want to say to people listening out there as a final word from Beware? Oh, by the way, beware what you ask for, you might just get it.
What's that?
Right, that's what the quote is from Deontay Wilder. Beware what you ask for, you might just get it.
Well, beware of what you're asking, because you might just get more than what you asked for.
Thank you, Bermane Stiverne.
It's not Jeopardy. I don't do the fight Yeah, the words. This is no freestyle battle. This is not hip hop. You know, we fight with these, and at the end of the day, that's what counts right here. So, these are just words that if he wants to hide behind his uh his his words, we all know. I know he don't want this fight because he dodging a big, huge bullet. Couldn't take me out as a thick man. And watch what happened. Watch what happened on the second fight. A different result. And my quote, before the fight starts, get all your drinks around the couch, all your popcorns around the couch, get everything you need around the couch. Even get Kleenex for those that's gonna cry. Because you don't want to blink. You do not want to blink. Do not blink. Don't get up to go to the bathroom. Make a knot, tie a knot, or don't get up because you might just miss it.
Bermane Stiverne for President of the United States of America. Thank you so much, Bermane Stiverne.
Wilder Stiverne 2.
Wilder Stiverne 2. Coming soon. Take care, champ. Thank you so much, champ.
Shout out to all my supporters. And should I say what my haters? I don't even like to say that. Shout out to everybody that's listening, whether you like it or not. I love you all.
Bermane Stiverne, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was Bermane Stiverne. You've heard it there. He put words in his mouth. You've heard it there. This has been BWTM Sports Live with Bermane Stiverne. We're out. Thanks for watching. Take care.